First of all, let's start here. Stop letting people label you and put you in a box. Stop categorizing yourself because you are down, you're upset with the outcome of your culture. First of all, black people weren't slaves. We were POWs. Prisoners of war. I don't know why anybody doesn't see that. Every country in Europe had issues going on. Spanish had issues going on. Europeans had issues going on. And when you say European, you're talking about French, Italian, whatever their flag or their god on was. But sprinkled amongst that community was one common denominator: the Moors. And one thing that people don't concentrate on, if you look at black people today, whether we're intelligent, educated, CEOs, and we're part of this thing they call being ghetto or low income, they're still arrogant. Even the poorest people in America who can't even control their own outcome, their own education, and who the fuck they make with, are still arrogant. Now, go back 3,000 years, 2,000 years, and put that in about 400 to 600 men. 400 to 600 men, which were presently the royal family. And then put that into another 320 religious priests, Catholic priests. Not to mention masons and engineers, because before they were masons, they were called Moors. And they were all, if you don't know what Moors are, you need to look them up. Because I'm not going to go through a contest here. Well, I can't because I'm on the camera, you're not. And then think about, you built the greatest structures of all time. Every chapel, every painting, every piece of work and art that's out there was influenced by you. And not only you sprinkled amongst the community, I mean, you can see now how a lot of Caucasian European women of different persuasions are after brothers now. And those brothers are midline brothers, you know, guys like 60 to 85,000 a year. This ain't no high class society brothers. These are brothers that are just doing very well for themselves, well structured, physically fit, educated, and have survivability to take care of their mate, spouse, and their children. That's the guys that are wanted right now. The same ones that sisters don't want. Listen to me now. The same square, nerdy guys like myself that sisters don't want. I've already found mine. I got mine. But this is all I'm saying is, think about what's behind all the animosity. So you got all these wars sprinkled all throughout Europe, Morocco, Spain, Italy, Rome, every place where you see a chapel structure, or I pretty much say a Catholic cathedral, and you see all these old arts and these old buildings. That's where the Moors were settled. They built civilization. The only thing that the counterparts of Europe built was weapon systems. That's what they mastered, weapon systems. The same way brothers and sisters like to party today, they like to party and have a good time back then. Drinking wine, womanizers, dancing, acting, plays, all that stuff was out there back then. Not like this shit, we just got talented overnight. The same way you can write around, y'all come up with a script and write all these books and drama, that stuff's in your DNA, it's been in your bloodline for years. That's your battle rhythm. For most of the Europeans, their greatest works was once we made the ship, they mastered the ship. And how did they master the ship? They put guns on the bitch. they went to Asia, took that same stuff we gave Asia. Asia used it as gunpowder and fireworks. We used it for medicinal medicines and surgery. You know, because if you look at most of the stuff that actually burns and explodes, when you break it down into another chemical compound, it puts your ass to sleep. So they took that gunpowder and all this nice high-flying stuff that was in the air, and they put it inside of a barrel behind a ball bearing, and they said, you know what, the hell with the bow and arrow, I got a weapon that can knock some shit down. Now ask yourself, what type of people concentrate all their energy into making weapons? Is that not the same thing that's repeating right now? We concentrate all our energy in making weapons. Most black folks ain't violent people. a majority of us are not. The only ones you're going to really find out this violent are the ones that are in the game, whether it be the drug game or the gang, or a lot of people who've been taken advantage of as they were children, you know, AK molested, rape, all that other stuff. The same shit that was going on now is going on back then. The difference is the hood is flooded with drugs and it's flooded with weapons. But it's not flooded with books and computers and decent schools and decent jobs. It's amazing how you can get $2.5 billion worth of drugs and alcohol into a place, including $600,000 worth of ammunition, $4.8 billion worth of firearms, but you can't even break the ceiling of 130,000 damn textbooks. Wake up. Stop beating yourself down. I'm half this, I'm half that. Whatever your mama was and your daddy was, you were double that. You're always going to be a better version of the two that created you. If you don't believe me, look at car companies. Each year with a different model, they get better, faster, and more fuel efficient. That's the same way human beings are when they're born from their mother's womb, by the influence of a loving man. Now we have an issue with a lot of the fathers out here because those are the ones they put them on Front Street. But there's a lot of gentlemen like myself, fathers who've been married 15, 16 years, who are taking good care of their children, their babies. But they never put us out on Front Street, you know? Never show the guys who are disciplined Americans, who are owning homes, who own multiple properties, who have businesses. No. We don't need that image. We got to show the little boys, or they claim they're little, whatever men who are little boys, showing their ass with the pants sag. And people's like, what's the big deal with the pants sag? Just think about the type of intellect or the thought process it takes, one, for a man to show his boxers underneath his pants with a belt on. To show his boxers or his underwear out in the open, especially his ass action. Ain't like he's hanging his dick out to advertise for some ladies. He's advertising his ass for some men, or the generation of men today. And then think about the intellect of the woman that thinks that's cute when it's her son, or it's a guy she's thinking of as a potential mate. Think about that. There is no intellect there. There's no thought process. That's a Neanderthal. Whatever you want to call it. Think of the intellect that it takes for a woman to totally hide her identity. I don't care what you think. Between eyelashes, hair pieces, and you look in the mirror as this fictional character, 5-star chick, Barbie, whatever you want to call yourself, you are lying to yourself. When you take that duct tape and manipulate your breasts, instead of going to eat some nutritious food, getting out here walking in the sun, letting Mother Nature fix whatever you think is wrong with you, having some self-esteem and believing in yourself, it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you're clean and you're presentable. So with or without the weed, as long as you're clean and you're presentable. But I see so many times, so many brothers and so many sisters trying to be something they're not. And you are hurting yourself. You are hurting yourself. A lot of people look at what is the new gay movement. Let me tell you what I think about the gay movement. I drive. I own 3 vehicles. We got a family vehicle, my wife's vehicle. So, to me, the gay movement is like public transportation. I only fly when I need to, and I'm not gonna fucking use it. Public transportation, the fucking GRTC buses, or getting in the back of a stinking ass taxi cab. There's no need for me to use it. No need for me to worry about it. It has nothing that exactly affects me. Now, there's a possibility that we get enough gay politicians, enough gay leadership in the states, that they start saying heterosexuals can't hold hands anymore. And you need a license to procreate children. And if you have children, we need to have your children from ages 5 to 13. Now, that's when it's going to be a problem. That's when it's going to be an absolute issue. And although all gays don't share this matter, some of them adopt children, they make good mothers and mothers, fathers and fathers, or whatever the classification may be. But a lot of your gay counterparts are not exactly that way. Because I will tell you, at least 3 to 4/5 of the ones that I've counseled were brought up in pain. They were brought up in pain, which means AKA rape, young boy molested by another man, getting his cookies taken from the front, so he had no choice but to feel like a majestic, misogynistic woman. And then we have all these movements. Do you think these ladies are joining these movements like feminism and all this other stuff. I only date white guys. You actually think they're joining these movements because they're totally happy with themselves? They're damaged goods. And to my white brothers out there, God bless you. You better get a woman that loves you. If you are dating a woman talking about she only dates white guys, she has put you in a box in a category. And that's shame on you. Whether you like the monkey meat or not, and I call it monkey meat. Whether you like the monkey meat or not, you really need to think about what is she trying to say and what is she using you for. Same thing with the brothers out there talking about I only date white women. White ladies, you better wake up. All women are beautiful, regardless what your color is. It's all about how you present yourself. Everybody like cake. Cake is sweet. Cake is good. Sweets are good. They come in all different shapes and sizes. You got a lot of people out there say, I don't eat milk chocolate. That's fine. I'm allergic to eggs or whatever. But all I'm simply saying is, when people are out there saying that I'm going to love and spend my time with somebody and I want them to trust me forever, only because I'm dating them because of their color.
It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion.
I hate people like that. But you're dating somebody only because of their color, and that's shallow as shit. That's the same as dating somebody for a fat ass and big titties. I mean, think about it. And we just need to calm down. We need to woosah. If they're over there doing that, let them over there do that. If you're over here doing this, get your happiness together. Get your triangle together. Your spiritual, your physical, and your mental. Get all that together. Fix your household first. Only reason why I got on here because I'm to the point now in my half-life. I'm starting a second career after I've already retired from another career. My children are doing well in school. They're disciplined. They're athletic. I'm proud of my babies. My girls are advancing fast. Being 13 months talking and just, I said, well, maybe I got something that I can offer. Maybe somebody will look at the genuine happiness that's in my house and say, you know what? I want that, regardless of what color it is. Everybody wants the same shit. People want to be happy. People want to be secure. Most of these white men are out here buying firearms because of how niggas carry themselves. That's all to it. I'm not supporting what white people did, but this is the thing, man. Slavery, whether they were part of it, did it, or you were slave. Nobody in this generation it affected. It just left us 200, 300 years behind financially and education. But the fact of the matter that you're still here makes you better. So stop worrying about it. My grandmother's mother was a slave. Did that stop her? No. Didn't stop anybody in my family from making their kids better and wanting to do better and wanting to offer themselves to people who need the most help. All I'm simply saying is get these categories of BS out of place. We are ruining ourselves. America's going to always be at war with something. That's the way the dollar flows. That's the way you keep the currency flowing along the riverbanks and from bank to bank. America is always going to be in war for something. The war on drugs, 46 years. War on terror, 17 years. That's right, 17 damn years of the war on terror. The war for civil rights, 60 to 80 some damn years. The war on education, Brown versus the Board of Education. You're talking about almost 100 years, man. God damn. It's about time we stop warring so damn much and start learning, start loving, start teaching. Man, we want to get together and let's get our balanced society and get our sons and daughters back in order. Let's do that. If these women want to go off and model themselves with stupid-ass programs, and these men want to go out there and model themselves with stupid-ass programs, man, let them do it. Because the point of all this stuff that's going on right now is to lower the population. So the more gays and lesbians we get, good, and they're not making it. That means that gene pool stops with them. The more men that are willing to do this, women are willing to do that, they're not making it. That means that you're going to have the top class of society when it comes time for your daughter and your son to meet somebody they love and to get married. I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this message. Peace.